Hey, everybody, welcome into Live with Greg tonight. I'm so thrilled to be talking to a young entrepreneur here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. She is proving anything is possible. You just have to put your mind to it and have a little bit of discipline, dedication, and determination. So tonight, I want to introduce you to KaDeadra McNealy. She is opening a brand new nail bar this weekend, and this has come with a lot of hard work. And so she's going to share a little bit of her story and how she was able to make this happen. She's only 30 years old, making this happen in downtown Chattanooga. So I want to bring her to the broadcast tonight. Please welcome KaDeadra McNealy. How's it going?
I can't complain if I wanted to, right?
You can't complain. This is a big week for you. So for you, when you think about everything that's about to happen later this week, what is going through your mind right now?
Man, are we ready? Are we ready? But most importantly, like trying to do something different, try to bring a different space, a different vibe that most people don't get in traditional nail salons. So for example, I love to say that M&B is not your ordinary nail salon, it's an experience. So I want people to feel like when you're coming into the nail salon, it's not like going to do a task, right? A lot of times when you're going to get your hair done, nails done, a lot of times it can be viewed as a task. So I want people to know when you come in and when you walk out, it's just a different spirit amongst yourself, right? So you coming in all the way in the world on you, and then you walk out feeling like a brand new person, basically.
I am so proud of you. When you think about everything you've gone through to get to this point, when did you first have the vision that this is something you really wanted to do?
Right. So I worked in international trade when I was in Washington, D.C. During that time, I would travel for personal and for work. So a lot of times I find self-care to get my nails done, but I often couldn't find time to do it. And a lot of times you couldn't find that perfect nail technician. So I thought to myself, how can I bring someone who has a busy schedule like myself into a nail salon or find a nail technician that can provide that quality of work that I desire? So that's when I came up with the idea, hey, let's pitch this idea to the local incubator that I was joining eventually. And it eventually ended up working, and we was like, hey, let's figure out if we can make this a real company, not just your ordinary nail salon.
When you think about everything that goes into opening a business, what is the main thing you learned about yourself along this journey?
Discipline. I think I want to say when I came back to Chattanooga with the concept, I thought that, just because it was home, it would be easy. No, location does not play a factor. You have to learn that location. You got to understand what exactly that industry needs for that specific location. And most of all, learning the aspect of business. Even during this location, even though it's our second location opening up, I had to learn okay, wait a minute, I thought I understood this aspect of business, but wait a minute, no, this is a different territory. Let me understand what it means for cost of goods. Let me understand what startup cost is. Let me understand if we have our margins on point. So even to this moment, I'm learning as we go.
When you think about, everything you've gone through to get to this point, for people watching this broadcast and, they want to open a business, whatever it is, you are a young African-American woman, 30 years old, opening a business downtown Chattanooga in a prominent location. What would you say to people if they want to aspire to make their dreams come true, just like you have?
Right. I just say, do it. Honest truth, I just say do it. I think a lot of times people get so wrapped up in how can I get to that from point A to B? And then instead of just focus on point A to B, they bring in point A, B, C, D and focus on Z. And it's just no, let's just do it. All the other pieces are going to fall into place eventually.
When you think about that, I want to show you this picture here. When you see this picture, this is on Georgia Avenue where your location will be. This is before anything was put in. Describe this picture. You're sitting in front of the doors. What's going through your mind?
That young lady there has it's so interesting how I even got there. At that time, we was trying to find a new location. We had outgrown our previous location. And it was just how are we going to find a space? And I was looked up and met a friend and they said, hey, I think we can get you into this space. We'll figure out how to make it work. And again, that what I said previous, just speak and say what you want to do. And eventually the pieces are going to fall into place. And that's what's happened when I got the space downtown.
When you talk about speaking it into existence, I know what that means. For people who don't know what that means, speaking it into existence, what does that mean? What do you want to tell people about speaking and manifesting what you desire in life?
Right. I say just say it out in public, tell people what exactly you're trying to do. And you never know. A lot of times people are afraid to announce what their ideas are, or their business model is and stuff. And a lot of times people are afraid with that saying that someone might steal it. And it's like, what is for you is for you. Can't no one steal what is for you, right? So for me, it's just go out and speak on it. You never know who you might connect with. And that person might become your co-founder. You never know. So it's just speak out what exactly you want to do. And you never know, it might fall into place.
You know, I'm so proud of the work you're doing. Millennial Nail Bar this weekend, a big grand opening. So for people who don't know anything about this particular business, small business owner here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, what would you tell them about your business?
I'm just trying to flip the beauty industry itself on its head. I want to eventually combine the beauty industry and tech onto one business model. I want it to be a situation where nail technicians can truly thrive in their industry and not look at it as a job, but a career, because these individuals actually went and got a license. They went and actually did an exam to get a license, right? So I want them to thrive into this industry and not just look at it as a job. And that goes into some of the things that we provide to our nail technicians, which is a benefits program. We provide financial assistance, such as helping them with investments. We also partner with some other individuals who help out with child care services down in Chattanooga area, and basically helping them grow into this industry with some of the new trends that's going on. So that took a lot out of me to build out that model and help them understand, like, hey, this is not just a jump from salon to salon or jump around with your skill set. No, let's figure out a home for yourself, which is M&B, and let's help you thrive when it comes to this industry. Let's not stay static.
When you talk about MNB, Millennial Nail Bar, how in the world did you come up with this name?
Oh my gosh. Everyone says that. I get mixed reviews about the names, right? So,
I love the name.
Some people think it's so plain, but for me, the reason I thought about the name is because when you think about a lot of the nail art and trends around that time when I came up with the company, Cardi B, for example, was doing all these crazy nail art designs, and you started seeing a lot of people doing minimalistic nail art designs, which I love. And I was like, you know what? This is like the millennial way of nails. So that's when I came up with it, Millennial Nail Bar.
For people that are watching who are just looking at you and your story, and they may say, "What? It was easy for her." What would you say to them?
I hope I make it look easy, because it's not easy whatsoever. I think a lot of times you got to have a support team around you, right? So right now, my family and friends are definitely my support system. We started the company before Chattanooga, but coming down to Chattanooga, it just hit different. I have a very much stronger bond with my family, and creating new friendships with people downtown in the area, fellow entrepreneurs who have businesses down here in downtown Chattanooga. Friends from other places connecting me with their friends from here in Chattanooga, saying, hey, I think you should connect with this person. It's just that network. That network really hit difference when you have a support team that's really trying to get you from point A to B and want nothing in return but to see you succeed.
When you talk about the network system, how important is it to network and to build those relationships for people watching?
Right. That the network is, for example, the building itself. It was talking to someone about, hey, I need to find a new space. Our lease is about to come up. Oh, let me connect you to X, Y, and Z. For example, nail technicians. Hey, we need to hire a lot, which we are currently hiring. Hey, we need to hire more nail technicians. How do I go about that? And next thing you know, I'm connected with some of the cosmetology schools here in Chattanooga and some of the programs through the Hamilton County school system. So it's just like just speaking it out there, and you never know, you might find a mentor in the midst.
You know, you have a big grand opening coming up this weekend. Where is it located? What time and all that good stuff?
Right. So the grand opening is June 5th. This Saturday, we open up at 11 o'clock a.m. The address is 818 Georgia Avenue, Suite 118. We're in the Tomorrow building, literally next door to the phenomenal Tiffany of Little Mama Hoagies. So
I love that place.
Right. If you know Little Mama Hoagies, we're literally next door to her. And we're just super excited. Definitely come out. We're going to have some promotions going on during that time. Also, to put out there, we have a membership package deal. It's 3 different memberships. And it act just like your Hulu account or your Apple Music. So basically, it's a subscription. And it withdraw the funds out of your account every month. You don't have to worry about anything. You literally just show up to the salon and get your nails done and get some free aspects such as spa services or teas and stuff like that added on to your purchase.
So where can we find you? Website, online, social media, all that good stuff.
Yes. So social media is go.m as in Mary, N as in Nancy, B as in boy. And that's on Facebook and on social media.
Sounds
On
good.
Instagram.
Instagram, yes. You know, you sound like a woman of faith. And we talked a little bit before this. We've talked for several weeks now leading up to this. When you think about your faith and how
Mhm.
it has played a part in getting you to this place where you are today,
Mhm.
what would you say about that?
You can't have faith and fear at the same time. It one of them going to cancel out the other one. So for me, it's just like, even when stuff is getting tough, even though when I'm trying to figure out, okay, this is not making sense, what am I doing here? I have to literally go back to that support system, go back to that network of people who believe in you and be like, hey, KaDeadra, you got this. Let me figure out how I can help you out with this. And again, God work in mysterious ways. And when he put people in your life, you never know how they might impact your life in a positive way.
You know, when you first walked out of the building for the very first time, when you got that building there on George Avenue, walking out of the building after everything you've gone through to build up your clientele and what you've been doing, what was it like for you to know, you know what, this is mine and this is
Yeah.
what I've been working towards?
Yeah. Right. So again, I went to school, became worked in international trade. I never thought I would enter inside the nail industry. This is a $9 billion industry. And when I saw that and did all my research, I said, hey, there's a possibility I can make this work. And when I started seeing the growth in nail technicians who needed places called home, i.e. Millennial Nail Bar, I said, this could possibly work. So at this point, it's me making sure I lay down a foundation and making sure everyone thrives who is part of the millennial family, right? So right now, I feel like I'm tasked with no choice but to make sure everyone succeed. And in order for the company to succeed, is because I can make sure everyone else is moving forward in the company. So it goes back to the making sure we're a family, we're a team, everyone's helping each other out, and just keeping Millennial Network going forward.
KaDeadra, I'm so proud of you. You are just simply amazing, just doing your thing. And 30 years old, opening a brand new location. This is in downtown Chattanooga. Any
Yeah.
final advice for anybody out there, anybody who's aspiring to be a small business owner? They're thinking about it. They've thought about it for 10, 15, 20 years, and they still
Yeah.
have not done it. What would you say right now?
This is the time. This is the time right now. Like, even during the pandemic, right now is the time. My mom has a small hustle on the side of her 9 to 5, and she sells children clothing. So it's just like, this is the time for people to take that great idea and move forward. And my mom is 50. So it's just like, come on now, we can figure this out. Just let's put point A to B together and figure out how we can get all the pieces together.
I love it. KaDeadra, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Congratulations. Check her out. She's located on Georgia Avenue. I'm going to tag her on social media, Instagram, as well as Facebook. And again, if there's anything I can do for you, my friend, you know how to reach me. Keep up the good work. And the main thing I always tell people, when you succeed, always turn around and reach back and help other people, which you've already been doing. I'm so proud of you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you again.
No problem. Have a good night, everybody.